everyone, this is Tanya from Saved by King Jesus channel. Welcome back. With so many things seemingly revolving around this April 8th eclipse, I want you to take a look at a bit more, especially what I have to say about it. Now I want you guys to take a look at this doomsday map. One day it just hit me to compare these. Have a look. Does that not look like the line that it's following? Take another look. It seems awfully similar, and that's just the East Coast, not even comparing it to the West Coast at all. Here's a good question. How can light block out light? Because both have lights, okay? So they're both made of plasma, and how can they actually block out light? Why? Because we were told by NASA that it's the moon blocking out the sun? Is that really the case? Because if we really take a look at it, we're on a spinning ball that's, going endlessly throughout space. And we can actually go to the moon, and there's planets that we can visit, etc. And there's space. And, we were told all of this by NASA, correct? Just the same as a solar eclipse. Weren't we told that it was the moon that blocks out the sun? Gotta think about how can light block out light if they're two plasma balls, right? Here's an answer by astronomy, physics, and engineering teacher. First, the moon does not produce any light on its own. It simply reflects the light of the sun. Additionally, the sun is about 400 times the size of the moon, but it is also 400 times further from the Earth than the moon. So when the moon lines up between Earth and the sun, it can block some of the light of the sun. Similarly, you can block out a very large object like buildings or an airplane with your thumb. Your thumb is much smaller than the object that it is blocking, but it is much closer to you, so it appears it's bigger. But your thumb isn't made out of a ball of plasma. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't produce light. Your thumb does not produce light. It produces a shadow. Unlike the moon. How does the moon create a shadow? If it's light. If you take two lights and put them on a wall. Okay, one's a stronger light, and then you take a lesser light closer to it, will it create a blocking of the first light? Even in the book of Enoch, it clearly states that our Father made two lights. He made the sun, the greater, and the moon, the lesser light, both lights. So, who are we supposed to believe, NASA or our Father? Now I just want you to take a look at this. Mark 13:24. But in those days after tribulation, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light. Now let's take a look at Genesis 1:16. Then God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. So you're seeing right there that he made two lights. This is from NASA, and this is where we learned this stuff from. Just like the globe and the fact we're on a spinning ball and in space, and we can go to space and visit the planets, and they went to the moon. Yeah, this is all from NASA. But nobody's ever questioned it because we've been so indoctrinated with so many lies that nobody's ever questioned this. Do you know that there was two solar eclipses during the time of Babylon? One brought prosperity, and the second, the tribulation and destruction of Babylon.
People are talking about the eclipse, but they're not talking about this. The sun and the moon are not aligned on April 8th. They are in Pisces. Right now, if you go to your Skyview app and you push forward to April 8th, plug it in, it will show you that the sun and the moon are in Pisces. They are not aligned. They are sitting beside each other, but they are not aligned. How is that possible? Because the sun and the moon have been out of place since back in September 2023. I've been doing these videos telling you that the sun is not where it should be. People are telling me it's the calendar. The calendar's off. Don't worry about it. It's where the sun is in the sky that's different. It's not where it should be. This eclipse is showing you that I am telling you the truth, Because if we see an eclipse on April 8th, how is that possible? If the sun and the moon are in Pisces, it can't be an Aries eclipse, right? If the sun is in Pisces, and if the sun and the moon are not aligned, they have to be aligned in order for you to see an eclipse, correct? So I don't have to be a fucking astrophysicist to understand this, and neither do you. I'm trying to get this out to as many people as I can. Please share this because, I mean, this is just a no-brainer. These heavenly bodies are changing. They are not where they should be. And they damn sure will not show you an eclipse in the sky if they are not aligned.
Okay, everybody's freaking out about this solar eclipse. You're hearing all kinds of information nationwide from all different sources, folks. And I've been digging in to my sources. I've called people in the Department of Defense. This shit's crazy. This solar eclipse, I don't know what the hell's going on, what they're expecting, but it's very hush-hush. Okay, but I want to show you this video from a county sheriff who is warning folks about a possible terrorist attack and that they've been prepping for this solar eclipse for almost 2 freaking years, people. What the fuck is going on? Follow, like, and share. Watch this video and let me know what you think.
At all, and we told you yesterday that sheriff that came out and said it could be a potential terror attack. Well, we got more intel on what could actually happen in the solar eclipse, but just listen to this 23-second clip really quick.
But that's not all that he's concerned about.
That people want to do us harm, use an event like this where a lot of people are gathered to do some type of terror event.
The director of the Lake County Emergency Management Agency told me they've been preparing for the solar eclipse now for about 2 years.
I want to read this post to you. It is quite strange. A sign of the coming apocalypse. A lifelong friend of mine has lived in many different parts of Africa for almost 40 years. She has spent 30 of those years working directly with elephants, conducting behavioral research. She just told me that she and her colleagues are witnessing all of them moving to higher ground. They have been extremely restless the past few weeks, and just within the last few days, they began freaking out. After this, my friend and her colleagues began contacting other wildlife officials and experts across the entire world. Every single one of them were told that all of their animals are running for the hills. Now my friend and her colleagues are warning everyone that some global unprecedented cataclysmic event is about to happen. The animals don't lie. The animals are running for high ground. They believe that either a global earthquake or tsunami is coming. They don't know for sure, but they know we don't have much time left. That was March 9th, 2024 at 5:30 p.m. And we have also in April, the weird, we have the total eclipse coming. There are some weird things going on this year in 2024. For sure, we know that the time is at hand for the Lord's return. As it says in Revelation 22:12, "Behold, I come quickly. My reward is with me to give to every man according to his works it shall be. I am the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, and they that have the right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are the dogs, the sorcerers, the whoremongers, murderers, idolaters, and whosoever loveth to make it."
I would want the world to know about Ascension. I would want the world to know that we are very, very close. And all the people on the inside know this. This is the key of disclosure. We are very close to some sort of energetic shift that the sun is going to do. There have already been multiple experiments, I've heard this from several insiders, in which they take ordinary folks and they put them into a room and they zap them with the energy that our sun is going to give off when we go through this change. Become very blissed out. They start to get really telepathic. They can move things with their mind. Everybody kind of goes into a psychedelic trip. Our government knows that this is going to happen, where there's no veil left, where we are wide open to reality.
Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord.
Anyways, let me know what you guys think. King Jesus didn't bring us this far to abandon us now. You were called, you were chosen. You were knit together in your mother's wombs, fearfully and wonderfully made. We are called to serve. King Jesus bless you all.